Sup my dudes, Valk here, and today there is an actual new best way to damage farm, and I do want to showcase that today. I want to talk to you guys today about how it works and why it works like that, and basically how you can get a ton of damage now. Damage farming, it's easier now than it's ever been. So today we're going to be doing a damage farm on my boy Guts. Now, do I need to damage farm Guts? No, I don't. Like, if I go over here, I go to units, you can see I'm already at 347 billion. Something tells me I'm good on the damage for Guts. However, I don't really have anybody else I need to damage farm, and I want to showcase this new method for you guys, so we're just going to be using Guts. So, Guts is on Frantic Warrior, and as we know, the best Frantic Warrior lead is Mugetsu. So we're going to use Mugetsu as the lead, and here's where it gets really interesting. Here's where we're going to be doing new stuff. We're going to bring Naruto here. Charuto, we're going to go ahead and bring Ramen Guy. Then we're going to go ahead and bring in, let's say, Noelle, or it's Royal Girl, because she, if you guys don't know, she's one of the few units to have the new passive Drowning, and Drowning is really, really good. Not to mention she's a hill, so she'll be useful right away. And then we're going to bring in Ichigo Blanco. So how does this damage farm work? How is this good now? Well, basically, Naruto's going to increase attack by a ton. You can also place forward Naruto. He's going to be good for doing damage. You have Drowning stacks with Despair and Fear. Fear and Despair do not stack, but Drowning does stack with them. It also stacks with White. So if you go ahead and use Ichigo Blanco to apply the White effect onto the enemies, you're going to be able to do a ton, and I do mean a ton of damage whenever you combine that with Drowning. So the enemies are going to get really slowed. They're going to get really slowed down, and you're going to be able to farm up a ton of damage doing this. And this is going to be a good method going forward to just farm damage for anybody. Whenever I normally make my ironic damage farm guides, this is probably going to be the method I show from now on, simply because it's so strong. It's so good. Drowning plus White is a ton of extra damage. You combine that with the fact that you do 2 times damage on type advantage, and you are just absolutely cooking. So let's go ahead. Let's put down a Noelle right away. She'll be able to clear out a lot of the early stuff. Let's put this down here, and then we're just going to wait a second to put down Ramen Guy and start maxing him out, because as you guys know, Ramen Guy is absolutely busted right now. Really wacky strong unit. We might need to put a second Noelle down looking at it. So let's go ahead and put another Noelle down right here. Should be good. We can start upgrading her soon enough if we need to. But right now I'm pretty sure that this is perfectly fine. We're just going to work on Ramen Guy. You guys can see Ramen Guy gives you all the food you need, so you don't need to buy any food. So we're just going to work on Ramen Guy. Let this go for a little while. And make sure we feed our Noelles from the food Ramen Guy's giving us. So we don't need to worry about money. We have 1 money unit. This is plenty. Ramen Guy's going to be enough. And now you guys are going to be like, Valk, where's your idol? No idol. We just bring Naruto. Naruto provides a bigger attack buff than idol, so we'll be able to run this setup and farm a ton of damage. We're just going to go attack up. There's no point in going range because of what we're going to try to accomplish here. And then we're going to start maxing out the Noelle as soon as we can. Just getting her up, getting her attack up. You guys can see she's not on the leader ability at all, so she's not doing crazy attack stat, but it'll be good enough. It'll be more than good enough. She'll be more than strong enough to go ahead and do everything we need her to do. So next up, we're going to go ahead and put down the Gutses. We're going to put 1 Guts here, 1 Guts here, 1 Guts here. I believe he's a 5 placement, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we're going to put another one here, and then 1 here. And now we're going to start maxing them out. Go ahead and start maxing out all the Gutsus. Yep. Go ahead and get them up. And then once the Gutsus are maxed out, we'll start working on a Naruto. Put a Naruto near him. That way we can go ahead and have that going. So this is basically it now. Now we're going to go ahead and max out our Gutsus. We don't need to max out the Gutsus this early, but I figure it's fine to do it right now. So now we're just going to go ahead and get this done. And we have this up so we can get this going so we can fix the bug as soon as possible. And we're going to put down the other Noelles here. Now, once this is done, we got to click it one more time because the bug. Now that's going permanently. So we're going to make sure to put one to last and then another one to nearest. Yeah, we're going to put one to last, one to nearest. We can sell this one. Actually, we'll probably leave that one right there. We can leave that one there. Then we're going to put an Ichigo Blanco down. Set him to last, and we're going to keep this Ichigo Blanco on line. Very important to just keep him as line. That way he applies white in a straight line. And will always target last, so anybody that comes out gets hit with white and drowning immediately. So now the Gutses can immediately start popping off. And you guys can see their attack stat's already at 500k. Normally Guts doesn't have a very high attack stat, but he's able to get a pretty high one here because of that. So next up, we're probably going to put down an Ichigo. I'll probably put him down like right here-ish. And we're going to start working on him just to get the damage up. Just so we have, you know, the damage so we can push a little bit further. Because we don't have any sort form of hard stun. So we're not going to be able to last like super long. Yeah, sorry about that. The doggo jump scares me too. But we're not going to be able to last super long. But we are going to be able to last a good little while. Because like I said, once again, we're missing any form of like hard CC or anything like that. So we only have white and drowning, really. So now we're just waiting to go ahead and get this last upgrade. And hopefully the doggo stops barking. So now we're just waiting to get this last upgrade. And once we do, we'll be good to go. Yep, there we go. And we have Mugetsu. So now we're going to go ahead and grab these Ichigo Blancos and start maxing them out. Because we have the ramen guy to keep giving us nice and good food. And we're going to, we already maxed out all these Noelles. We're going to max out this Noelle and keep her on first. Just so she can apply drowning to anybody that makes it a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to do this, and then this. And I believe that's all the Blancos. Okay, cool. Like I say, you only need one Ichigo Blanco online. The rest you can just keep on full max upgrade for damage. Because he genuinely has good damage at 665k. That's pretty damn good, and you guys can see they're all Naruto buffed because Naruto reaches really far. So even Noelle's able to reach 633k. Next up, we're going to do this. Going to upgrade him to max, attack, auto ability, and then we're going to do the same for these two, and that should be everybody, right? Yep. So now we're just going to hang out after we get everybody maxed out here. I'm going to activate this Naruto buff, and then the other two, it doesn't matter if we activate the buffs. I'll do it anyways because it's funny. But you guys can see exactly how this is going to go now. Half the team is actually not on this category. The only two people on the category that I know of are just these two. I don't think anyone else on this team is on the category. So the attack stats you see them getting are just from them basically having really high base attack. And that's pretty cool to me. So let's go ahead, activate all that. Keep it nice and activated, and now we'll be able to see what kind of attacks that Naruto get. 1.4 mil while not being on the category. What a fair and balanced. Anyways, you guys can see Guts is already at 43 million. We'll just keep grabbing this, keep grabbing attack, and just keep going from there. And now we're reaching a point where we do need to buy food because Ramen Guy, will not provide enough whenever you have a full team going for a while, especially if you're damage farming. But he'll provide enough for early on, which is more than enough, or more important in my opinion. So next we're going to do this and just keep upgrading. Yeah, this is basically it now. Now we're just kind of waiting till we die and seeing how much damage we can get racked up with Guts. Because you guys can see drowning get applied to everything as well. Guts can only hit ground, so that's what matters most. But yeah, now we're just waiting for basically them to start slowing down, getting slowed heavily. Basically, once they can start surviving a little bit, that's whenever you're going to see this damage really start to rack up. Whenever they gain the ability to actually survive. But for right now, this is basically it. This is where we're at with this. This is kind of all there is to it. We're going to set one to last, just to be sure. Just to be on the safe side, we're going to make sure to have one on last, and then we're going to keep the rest pushing. Yeah, you guys can see that literally none of them are on the leader buff. They're just being buffed by Naruto. This is why we're running Naruto instead of Idol. Naruto's buff is really big. Just kind of if you want to try to maximize the amount of attack you have, it's better just to run Naruto, realistically. So yeah, so the way this works, let me explain exactly how drowning works so you guys get the idea of why drowning's so important and why drowning prompted me to remake this guide for the 5th time. Drowning, basically, it stacks alongside white, and it increases damage received by 20%. So you combine that with white. White increases enemies take 1.5 times more damage, which means an enemy's taking 50% more damage, which means all in all, the enemy's taking 70% more damage, almost 2 times damage, between drowning and white, allowing you to go ahead and really rack up how much damage you can get. As you guys can see here by Guts, you can start racking up a ton of damage very, very easily. How much is Mugetsu at? And he's on type disadvantage right now. That's funny. But you guys can see, I'll easily probably get like 5 to 6 billion off of this. Oh, or not if one lives. But you guys can see how much damage I got. Now, if you were to run this with somebody else and they were to have a hard CC, you would get an ungodly amount of damage. Like, the only thing this setup's really missing is hard CC. So if you were to find somebody else to run this with and get hard CC, you could just rack up damage like no tomorrow. Anyways, thank you guys for watching as always. Any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.